we're not separate beings. This is true. And one of the things that I often say is that we heal collectively. So for me, the past, couple of years has been more about the collective healing than my personal healing. It's been like a ping pong of both. So as an individualistic culture in Western culture, this idea is a little bit different, because so much attention is on this idea that we need to heal in isolation. Well, that's actually bullshit. And we need to heal collectively in relation with one another through a process called co-regulation. And that comes from Stephen Porges's work in polyvagal theory. My teacher used to say, and this was in the birth work world, and again, it just maps onto polyvagal so beautifully. So my teacher used to say the strongest current, the strongest energy, the strongest regulated nervous system in the space, in the birthing space, for example, holds the charge. And what she meant by that was we become an anchor for people to experience safety, security, attachment, to be seen, to be soothed. And that can actually shift the collective survival stress into the collective, what I would call thriving state. And so when I say I think we can heal collectively, or that we're being positioned and we're being challenged to face this collective chaos consciously, right, with intention and purpose, conviction, where we focus our energy and attention, we create more of, right? So if we can do that collectively, and if we can have enough nervous systems that are anchoring in this, what I call this thriving state, right? In polyvagal, they call it the ventral vagal state. So anchoring in that, then we can maybe change the collective trajectory. And we could use this time as a huge opportunity for healing our own personal traumas, healing our collective traumas. That opportunity is there. But like birth, I want to say one last thing, like birth, there is no guarantee. There's no guarantee that we're going to do this. And I think Zach Bush talks a bit about that. If any of you know who he is, I recommend Googling him. I think Zach Bush talks a little bit about, this bird and this wing and the second wing coming up, and, that we're just kind of maybe going to find our way, but that there's no guarantee. And what we mean by there's no guarantee, like, the one guarantee, the one absolute is that we biologically die, right? We can argue about consciousness dying or not dying. People have different beliefs about that, but we know that biologically we will die. Other than that, there's no guarantee that we'll even be born. And so when we accept that there's no guarantee, that feels risky to the nervous system. So it's a contradiction. It's a bit of a paradox, because the nervous system in survival wants certainty, and it's searching for certainty. And there is no certainty here. So we have to take a leap of faith. And that's why, for me, for example, I like to anchor in neurobiology, because it feels sound. It feels tangible. And so the opportunity is there.